What's up, friends? We are back. It has been forever. I can't even remember the last time we did a pod. But today, I'm on my own. I'm trying to get back into doing some podcasts, giving you guys some content. Sorry that we've been MIA. Between myself and Jake, life has kind of just got hectic. We're so busy. I've been so busy teaching and doing loads of other fun, amazing projects. And Jake is literally got 2 gyms and a full-time videographer. So life is just carnage, and he runs a dance school. So life is just carnage. So apologize for being MIA, but I'm back. Probably not going to be super long episodes because I'm talking on my own. But I have got my dog with me, who I'm sure will interfere at some point. But we're back. I hope everyone is well. It's a Thursday. It's my day off. What's been going on in the world? Let's talk about it. We had the Wicked premiere this week. They did a dancers screening for Wicked the movie on Sunday at 11 a.m, which I was, there's Hallie. Everyone say hello, Hallie. Hallie, hello, everyone. No, you don't want to? Okay. Go away. They had a screening for the cast and crew. I've never heard of this ever. I believe they rented out 3 cinema screens, and everyone who was involved had an invitation on Sunday at 11 a.m. I think that is absolutely epic. What a fantastic way to show appreciation to dancers. I really, really respect it. And I wish I could have went. It was 11 a.m. in London. It would have taken me like an hour and a half to get there on a Sunday. And I want to sit and, have a beer and eat some popcorn and watch it. And that at 11 a.m. isn't the vibe. And also, I want to watch it with my wife. Since the last time we've done the pod, I'm married. I'm happily married after 10 years of a relationship. Bum, bum, bum. I want to go watch it with my wife. I want to watch it with G. I feel like it's a special thing to go and see a film that you're in the cinema. And I want to watch it with my best friend and my wifey. So I didn't go, but I've heard it was amazing. I've heard it's quite long. But as far as I know, everyone I've spoke to have seen it said it's fantastic. So I'm really, really excited to see it. I'm sure visually it's going to be amazing. Sorry, I'm just watching my dog. She looks like she's up to trouble. And so that seems really exciting. What a dope thing for loads of dancers to get to go to the cinema and see themselves on screen for free. Freaking epic. Also, they had the actual premiere. And it was dope. I saw a photo of all the Elphabas and Glindas from the UK with Ariana and Cynthia. And I actually know quite a few of them. I've worked with some of them, some I've met in the past, I've done podcasts with some of them. So that was pretty epic that they all got to go and be with Cynthia and Ariana, and they got some love and some respect. Louise Dearman should have been in the middle. I think they had all the Elphabas on one side and all the Glindas on the other, but Louise Dearman is the actual icon. I think she's the only one to ever have played both, or at least she was the first. I'm pretty sure she's the only one. So I think she should have been stood between Ariana and Cynthia. That's freaking epic. Imagine, it's such a huge thing just to become, like, to get in Wicked the musical in the West End is already such a huge accomplishment. Then to play a lead like Elphaba or Glinda is a huge accomplishment. Louise was both. That is gangster. She definitely should have been in the center. It's pretty awesome. My dog is scratching the door. Stop it. Good dog. That's dope. What else has been going on? Just teaching, choreographing, assisting. But I'll talk about that on another episode. Let's cut to it. Let's cut to what I want to talk about in this episode. So obviously I teach 9,000 hours a week. Oh, hello, Hallie. Sit down then. Obviously I teach 9,000 hours a week. And a common thing that I'm getting lately of dancers is coming up to me and asking, how do I stand out in class? How do I be noticed? How do I be recognized? And, it seems really, really obvious to me, but obviously it's not obvious to other people. So let's kind of get into that. How do we stand out? How to be recognized or noticed in class? So first things first, like, where are you stood? If you're stood in the back corner of the room, how are you going to stand out? You're the furthest from the person that you want to be seen by. Also, from a learning point of view, if there's information that you need from someone and you're 4 meters away from them and between you and them is loads of other people, you're already not getting the best learning experience you can, right? It'd be like us trying to have a conversation from one side of the room to the other, but not actually being able to communicate properly. It makes no sense. So, we need to narrow that gap. So if you want to learn the most you can in a class, stop standing at the back, because the person who's got all the information you need is at the front, so you need to be near them. Also, if you want to be seen by them, they also need to be able to see you. So if you want to stand out and be recognized in class, you can't stand at the back. You can't hide in the corner. Like, everyone wants to be seen, or everyone wants to be noticed, but no one really wants to be watched, right? So you have to get to the front of the class. That's the first. That's the most obvious and the most basic. Hallie, relax. That's the most obvious and the most basic. So, where you're stood in the class. Secondly, if you're in college, most of the time, I believe you have to wear uniform. So, you're told to wear all black. So it's quite hard to stand out. But if you're in like an open class or a training program or something, wear something that's going to make you stand out. Wear something colorful. I assume most of the room probably wearing black. At least I do every time I teach or take class. Every day I wear all black. Wear something colorful, right? That's going to help you be seen. It's going to help you stand out. Wear something a bit quirky. Wear something a bit dressier. I don't know, something that's going to make you be different from the rest of the room. What you wear is a huge factor, just like it would be in an audition. You want to wear something that, shows you off. Maybe you have to do that in class too. If you're in college, not so easy, because you're probably told to wear all black. Are you engaging with the teacher? And by engaging with them, I mean, if they talk to you, are you responsive? If they ask, the class, any questions, is everyone okay? All you got to say is good. Or if they say again or carry on, again, please, let's carry on. Like, just some sort of communication and response. If they're talking to the room and, they're looking around the room, smile at them. Make like human interaction. Don't just stand like a zombie staring at them. Make eye contact and smile. That's already going to make you stand out compared to the majority of the room, because there's so much time in class where as a teacher we're talking or we're giving you advice and feedback and you're just staring back at us like we're like aliens. So communicate, be responsive and interact with the teacher whilst in that learning experience. At the end of class, say thank you. Going up and just saying thanks for class, that's if 30 people leave class and 2 people do, you're 2 of 30. That's going to make you stand out and you're going to become a familiar face. I'm sure more than 2 people out of 30 people every class say thank you. But that's a huge part of it. It's human interaction. They want to see a human, not just a dancer. There's a room full of 30 dancers, sometimes more, sometimes less. But it's easier to stand out in a smaller class, right? So yeah, human interaction. Talk to them, say thank you for class, smile, make eye contact. All those are so simple human things that dancers don't do. So then how is the teacher gonna build a connection with you? Because they're looking for a connection. They're trying to build a connection with 30 people in the room. So whoever's given them, or give energy to 30 people in the room, so whoever's given energy back, that's the person that, as a teacher, you're gonna gravitate to. Other things that help you stand out. When you're dancing or when you're doing groups, at the beginning, are you stood still? Are you just stood there waiting for the music to start? Or are you showing that you love music and that you love dance? You're having a little bop and a little two-step. I mean, for me, unless the choreographer's instructed you to start statically in a pose, or the teacher has, you should never be stood still when there's music playing. Help yourself build a relationship to the music. But if you're dancing and you're having a little bop, you're already showing the teacher that you love music and you're moving. So, as the teacher watching, I'm going to gravitate and give my energy to whoever's capturing my attention in that moment before the combo even starts. And you're looking confident then, right? Because if you're stood still, maybe you look intimidated, maybe you look a little nervous, a little bit shy. Whereas if you're dancing at the beginning and you're having a little bop and a boogie and you look like you're having a great time, automatically you look confident. I'm going to look at you and you stand out. Other things, asking questions. Like, obviously don't just be like asking random questions, but instead of suffering in silence sometimes, be brave. Be the one to go, excuse me, what's this bit on? Or what count is this? Or can you give me the rhythm? If that's a genuine question, don't just do it out of, shits and giggles to try and get attention. But if it's a genuine question, ask it confidently. And then when they respond to you, say, thank you very much. These such simple things that are going to make you stand out in a class for more than just dance. Because most of the time, everyone in the room is doing dance steps and getting them right. Other things to make you stand out. I feel like the main thing for me is be brave. Like lead with your strength, not your weakness. So I also feel like a lot of the time when people dance, they say they come out to do groups or they're doing something and they're struggling with something. All they're thinking about is don't get this wrong, don't get this wrong, don't get this wrong, or don't show my weakness. But we should be leading with, right, I'm going to show them how great I am at this part of this skill set. So let's say for me, for example, if it's mobility in like my arms or my wrists, I suck. So instead of stressing about that and being like, oh my God, I can't get that angle wrong, or I can't not show that like bend in the wrist properly, I'm thinking, I'm acknowledging that I'm going to work my best to do that, but I'm going to make sure that I show them that I understand musicality really well, or my weight transfers are really, really good, or I can dance really, really big. I'm going to lead with my positives. I'm going to lead with I'm going to make sure they see this. I want to show off my superpower as opposed to lead with my insecurity. Because then when we're leading with our insecurity, I also feel like we're going to show that we're insecure because we're thinking about hiding a negative, or we're worried about messing up. Whereas we should be like, no, I'm going to go and like shine. I'm going to show them how great I am. You have to believe that you're great for someone to think you're great, right? You have to be confident. You have to believe in yourself. Like if a dancer or a student doesn't believe in themselves, there's only so many times that as a teacher you can tell them they're good. Like you'll keep doing it because you want to build confidence in them. But let's say it's a stranger. If you don't believe in you, then why would a stranger believe in you? Whereas if you carry yourself with some confidence and self-belief, then they're going to believe in you too. That's going to make you stand out massively in class. Even how you're stood when a teacher's talking to you. Are your arms folded? Are you crossed? Do you look closed off? Or are you open and, stood with a presence, like with your looking up, with your not fidgeting, looking present and looking confident, like you're ready to take on information or you're ready to accomplish the challenge at hand. Other thing that make you stand out, are you doing the same as what everyone else in the room is doing? Are you blending in? Yes, our job as a dancer is to blend in as an ensemble when we're dancing. Yeah, 100% we have to blend. However, we don't want to blend that we don't get recognized and we don't be seen. I guess we have to pick our moments. So if you're just doing the same as everyone else and you're, merged into the sea of 30 plus people, then you're not going to stand out. If other people aren't performing, you need to make sure you're performing. For me, I always kind of assess people by my warm-up. So when I'm doing a warm-up, I love doing lots of grooves and, I like playing games. I'm always looking for the people who are committing to it, even though they might feel a bit silly doing like head exercises or like grooves maybe that they've not done before. I'm always looking for the ones who are going for it, who's dancing as big as I am. They're always the ones that stand out to me. And then if I give you like a challenge or a game, I like giving polyrhythms. I'm always looking for, right, who's really trying to figure it out. Like instead of just standing there going, this is hard, I don't have it. Who's really trying to figure it out? And if I can see you try, I don't even care if you don't figure it out, but if I can see that you figured it out, I'm invested. I'm like, oh, their work ethic's dope. There's lots of different ways to stand out. If you're a small person, if you're short and you feel like you're not being recognized, you're not being seen, then you definitely shouldn't be at the back of the room. You definitely need to be at the front of the room. And then I guess being consistent. I think consistency, if you're in class and you're constantly giving the most and you're constantly present, don't just be in the room, be present in the room. Like engage And if that's constant, you're going to be remembered, you're going to be noticed. Like, say it might not be the first class, but say it might be the second or the third or the fourth class. The teacher might be like, yo, that girl's always like, she's always on point. She's always got good energy. She's always smiling. You're going to be remembered and you're going to stand out. If it's your first time and your only time in class, then maybe you need to make sure you're doing doing the most to stand out. But also, you don't want to be a distraction in class. Don't try and be the class clown that's distracting everyone and being disrespectful. That's not a good way to stand out. I do see some people do that. But yeah, I feel like being present and showing that you're wanting to learn and you're wanting information and that you're giving the most you can give. Like, you're trying your best all the time. When a teacher's giving a general correction to the room, like saying, don't mark the arms, that you take on that note instantly. Or if the teacher gives somebody else a note, you take on that note instantly. All these things are going to make you stand out. Like, if I look at students that I teach, the ones that stand out for me, it's always like, when I'm talking, if you're engaged and you're, listening to me and you're smiling and you're responding, even if you're just nodding along, it's making me recognize that you're understanding what I'm saying or I'm listening. If I say, right, I want you to all this time to bend your legs more and try and utilize your level changes, if I see you take on that note and that change straight away, you're standing out to me because I'm like, dope, smart dancer, someone that I want to pay more attention to because they're actually listening to what I'm saying and not just doing what they want to do. They're doing what I'm asking them to do, which is surely the whole point of class, because you're going to learn from the person who's teaching you. Other things that make you stand out as a dancer in a classroom. Show off. Don't be a show off in a cocky way, but show off in a way that that you're doing the work. I always say there's two words to show off. And if you don't show off, you'll be off. And if you show off, you'll be in the show. Sounds better if I said that the other way around. If you show off, you'll be in the show. And if you don't show off, you'll be off the show. You know what I'm saying. You get the point. So I think, when it's time to shine, show off, be brave, be confident. Your goal, if you're trying to be a performer, you want people to watch you. You want to dance in front of 15,000 people. You want to perform in a theater every night to 1,000, 1,500 people. So you have to practice that showing off or that performance stuff in the class as well, in the training ground. Don't just expect that skill to automatically turn on and happen. Now, sometimes you might have your own intention for class where you're like, right, today my goal is to come and work on clarity and quality of movement. So your intention might not be so much on the showing off part. But if you're trying to be noticed in a room where maybe you're not standing out, the first thing we look at as humans is people's faces. The first thing that my nan's going to look at a bunch of dancers is your face. So perform and look happy and look joyful. Look like you're loving what you're doing, unless obviously you're in a contemporary class where it's a little bit sad or the energy of the mood of the song isn't smiley happy. Just be in character. I think those things will really, really help you show off. And yeah, be a human first. Be interactive. Communicate with the teacher. Say thank you at the end of class. Don't dress the same as everyone else. Wear something that makes you stand out if you can, if you're in an environment where that's possible. And I don't want this to pull away from the whole point of taking classes training, because the whole point of taking class is for you to be better. But also, sometimes class is a place for us where we have to go and play the game, where we have to go and be recognized or we have to go and be noticed. So you can't expect to be noticed if you're just trying to blend in. If you're being the same as everyone else, don't expect to stand out. Be different. Be unique. Yeah. Quick one today, a little 20-minute episode. We'll try and do these more often. And yeah, it's a pleasure. If there's any topics you guys want us to talk about, please message us. I'll on the Instagram, theinsandouts.co. We've changed it from the podcast because we're no longer just a podcast. We are a dope training program, which is actually most of our time now. And yeah, I look forward to getting on the next one soon. Thank you for tuning in. Please share this with your friends. Look at my camera. So cool. Follows me. Bam, 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 boom, bop-a-leap. Boo, boo. That's gangster. Yeah, please share the podcast with your friends. There's a dope event on the 7th of December at the Manor. Cisco Gomez is hosting. It's called Can We Talk or Can You Talk? I think I could be lying, but it's an amazing event. It'll be myself, Kenrick Sandy, Alex Shorndorf being interviewed by Francisco Gomez, and then there's dope performances throughout the night by different people, different creatives, or their companies. I've got some wonderful dancers performing a piece for me. I know House of Jazz are there, Vicky Clark. I think Melody, B-Girl Melody's got a piece there. Cisco's doing a piece. So lots of great dancing that night. Oh, and on the 6th of December, the Friday, I will be teaching a collab class with Cisco Gomez, and I think it's 2 till 4 at the Manor. So you can book on the Manor website. I have Misha Gabriel. He's going to be in the UK. The god Misha Gabriel is coming to the UK. He's teaching for me in Swindon at the Ins and Outs, but unfortunately and thankfully, it's sold out. So we're super buzzing. Thank you so much for everyone who booked on. I can't believe it's sold out in like a day and a half. So we're really looking forward to that. But he is also teaching in London at Playground on the 3rd at 2 p.m. and the 5th. I'm not sure what time on the 5th, but I know he is teaching on those days. So please go and support Misha because he's the GOAT. If you don't know who he is, find him on Instagram at Misha, Misha, Gabriel, Gabriel, I think. He's danced for Michael, he's danced for Janet, Justin, Chris Brown, Mariah, Beyonce, you name it, he's done it. He's the GOAT. So go and learn from him. And yeah, thanks for all the love and support. Sorry we've been gone for so long, but we back, baby. Oh, and go and watch Wicked. I would love to know what you guys think about the film. Maybe after I watch it, I will do a podcast and give you my review on the film. Love, peace out, A-Town down. Hallie, do you want to say goodbye? Who? Say Ruff? Ruff? Say bye-bye. Ruff? No? All right. Love, friends. Boom.